The single mother whispered to her newborn, "Your name is Mattie," after Prince's mother. She had no idea Prince was standing outside her hospital room door, listening to every word. What he did in the next 60 seconds changed 3 lives forever. North Memorial Hospital, North Minneapolis. Wednesday morning, November 2014. 9:47 a.m. Maternity ward. Prince, 56, was at North Memorial for a routine physical. His doctor was based here, Dr. Hassan, who'd treated him since the 1990s. The appointment had been at 9 a.m., finished at 9:42 a.m. Prince was walking down the hallway toward the elevator. Alone, no security, no assistant, just him. He wore a simple black outfit, purple scarf, sunglasses, even indoors. He passed the maternity ward sign. Heard something, a woman screaming, not in pain, in joy. The sound of childbirth, the sound of life beginning. Prince stopped. He'd never had biological children. His son with Mattie had died at 1 week old in 1996. The sound hit him, differently than it hit most people. He stood in the hallway, just listening. 9:52 a.m. A nurse exited room 347. She saw Prince standing there. "Sir, can I help you?" "I just heard, is everything okay?" The nurse smiled. "Better than okay. Baby girl, healthy, 7 pounds, 2 ounces. Mom's doing great." Prince nodded, started to leave. Then he heard it. Through the cracked door of room 347, a voice, weak, exhausted, but filled with love. "Her name is Mattie. Mattie Shaw, after Prince's mother." Prince stopped. His mother's name was Mattie Della Shaw. She died in 2002. He was with her when she passed. It destroyed him. He'd never publicly talked about her much, but privately she was everything. She taught him piano, gave him his first keyboard, told him, "You're going to be special, but don't let special make you forget where you came from." Prince turned back to the nurse. "Did she just say, Mattie?" The nurse, confused. "Yeah, the mom's a huge fan of yours. She's been listening to your music through the whole pregnancy. Said it kept her calm. Named the baby after your mother. She knows my mother's name. Apparently. She said she read it in an interview years ago, something about how your mom inspired 'Sometimes It Snows in April.'" Prince stood there, perfectly still. His mother, Mattie Della Shaw, the woman who'd given him everything, who'd believed in him when nobody else did, who'd told him on her deathbed, "Don't stop making music, but don't forget why you started. You started because it made people feel less alone." And now, 12 years after her death, a stranger, a young single mother with no support, no family, no resources, had named her baby after her. The nurse, "You want to meet her?" Long pause. Prince's voice was quiet, almost breaking. "Is that allowed?" "Sir, you're Prince. I think we can make an exception." 9:57 a.m. The nurse knocked gently. "Ms. Shaw, you have a visitor." Keisha Shaw, 24, single mother, nurse's aide at a different hospital, worked 60-hour weeks. She was holding her newborn daughter, exhausted, happy, alone. The father had left when she got pregnant. Her family had disowned her, strict religious background. She had no one, except the baby, and Prince's music, which had gotten her through 9 months of fear. Keisha looked up. "A visitor? I didn't tell anyone I was—" The door opened. Prince walked in. Keisha's face. Complete system shutdown. She tried to sit up. Couldn't. Just stared. You're... I was walking by. I heard you say, Mattie." Keisha started crying. Not sad crying. Overwhelmed crying. "I'm so sorry I didn't ask permission to... Your mother, I read about her in an interview, and I thought..." Prince, gently, "You don't need permission to honor someone. That's the highest compliment you can give." He placed baby Mattie in his arms. The baby placed baby Mattie in his arms. The baby, 10 minutes old, was wrapped in a purple blanket. Keisha had brought it from home. She'd decorated the entire nursery in her tiny apartment in purple. Prince looked at the baby, his face unreadable behind the sunglasses. Then he removed the sunglasses. His eyes were wet. Keisha, whispering, "I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you. You didn't make me sad. You made me remember." He looked at Keisha. "My mother died 12 years ago, and every day I wonder if I honored her enough while she was alive. You just named your daughter after a woman you never met. That's love." Prince looked back at the baby. Little Mattie was awake, eyes open, unfocused, newborn blur, but she was looking in Prince's direction. Prince, quietly, "Mattie, that's a strong name. My mother was strong. She had to be. Raised, me and my sister alone. Worked 3 jobs. Never complained." He paused, his voice getting softer. "She used to tell me stories while I practiced piano. Said music was like prayer. You put your pain into it, and it comes out as something beautiful, something that helps other people carry theirs." He looked down at the baby in his arms. 10 minutes old, whole life ahead of her. She told me, "Whatever you become, make sure it helps people. Don't just take, give." He looked at Keisha, really looked at her, saw the exhaustion, the fear, the determination. "You're alone?" Keisha, embarrassed. "The father, he left. My family, they don't approve, but I'm okay. I work as a nurse's aide. I'll make it work." "You have help? Daycare? Support?" "I'll figure it out." Prince nodded slowly, thinking he'd been alone too. Different circumstances, but the same feeling, like you're carrying something precious and nobody understands how heavy it is. Then he said, "I want to do something. For Mattie, and for you, Keisha. You don't have to. I want to, but I have one condition." "What?" "Mattie has to learn music." Keisha blinked. "Music? Piano, guitar, anything. But she has to learn, not to be famous, not for a career, just to understand that music is a language, and languages connect people." Okay, yes, I'll make sure I'll pay for her education, from preschool to college, every year, tuition, books, everything. But she takes music lessons, at least until she's 18. After that, it's her choice." Keisha stopped breathing. "You're what?" "I'll set up a trust, education fund, for Mattie Shaw, named after my mother. It's only right." Keisha was shaking. The baby started to fuss. Prince stood, handed Mattie back to her mother. "She's going to do great things. I can tell." Keisha, sobbing. Why are you doing this?" Prince put his sunglasses back on. "Because my mother did it for me, and the only way to honor her is to do it for someone else. He believes in her. That's more important." "Believes in her? That's more important." He left. 10:34 a.m. Keisha was still in shock. A nurse came in. "Miss Shaw, there's a gentleman here, says he's Prince's attorney." A man in a suit entered. David Werner, Prince's personal lawyer. He handed Keisha an envelope. "Ms. Shaw, Prince asked me to deliver this. It's a trust agreement. Education fund for Mattie Shaw. Covers preschool through doctoral degree if she chooses. Estimated value, $500,000, adjusted for inflation." Keisha couldn't speak. David continued. "There's one stipulation. Mattie must take music lessons, any instrument, from age 5 to age 18. Proof of enrollment required annually. If she stops, the fund pauses until she resumes." Keisha, crying. "He's serious. He's always serious about music, and about mothers." David left. Keisha looked at baby Mattie. "Your life just changed, baby girl, and you don't even know it yet." Flash forward, 2024. Mattie was 10 years old, a piano prodigy, not because she had to be, because she loved it. Keisha had kept the promise. Piano lessons started at age 5. By age 7, Mattie was playing Chopin. By age 9, she was composing. She didn't know the full story yet. Keisha had told her, "A kind man helped us. He believed in you before you could even walk." April 21st, 2016. Prince Rogers Nelson died at Paisley Park, 57 years old. Keisha was at home with 2-year-old Mattie when she saw the news. She collapsed. Mattie, too young to understand, asked, "Mommy, why are you sad?" Keisha held her. "The man who gave you your name. He's gone." May 2016, Keisha received a letter from David Werner, Prince's estate lawyer. "Ms. Shaw, as you may know, Prince passed on April 21st, 2016. In his will, he left specific instructions regarding Mattie's education fund. The fund will continue as planned. Additionally, he left a personal note for Mattie to be opened on her 18th birthday. He also left something for you. Enclosed, a handwritten letter from Prince, dated November 15th, 2014, the day after Mattie's birth. The letter, Keisha opened it, hands shaking. "Keisha, if you're reading this, I'm gone, but Mattie's fund is permanent. It will outlive me. I never told you this, but the day I met Mattie, I was having the worst day of my life. I'd just gotten medical news I didn't want to hear. I was walking through that hospital thinking about endings. Then I heard you scream, and I heard life beginning. You named your daughter after my mother. You gave me a reason to believe in continuity, that what we do matters, that names matter, that love doesn't end. Thank you for that. Take care of Mattie, not because of the money, because she's yours, and you're stronger than you know. Prince P.S. Tell Mattie, music isn't about being perfect. It's about being present. My mother taught me that. Now I'm teaching her." Keisha read the letter 3 times. Then she put it in a safe place, next to Mattie's birth certificate, next to the purple blanket Prince had held her in. Sacred things, too precious to lose. 2034 Mattie Shaw was 20 years old, sophomore at Berklee College of Music, full scholarship, but Prince's fund covered living expenses. She was a composer, a pianist, a teacher. On her 18th birthday, 2032, she'd opened Prince's letter to her. She'd never shared what it said. But she'd framed it. It hung above her piano. April 21st, 2034, 18th anniversary of Prince's death. Mattie performed a tribute concert at Paisley Park, now a museum. She played an original composition for Mattie, both of us, a 12-minute piano piece dedicated to Mattie Della Shaw, Prince's mother, herself, the baby named in her honor, and Prince, the man who connected them. 4,000 people attended. Before she played, Mattie spoke. "I never met Prince, but he met me when I was 10 minutes old. My mom told me he held me and said I'd do great things. I don't know if I've done great things, but I know I've tried, because a man I never knew believed in me before I could even see." She sat at the piano. "This is for the 3 Matties, the one who raised him, the one he named me after, and the one I'm trying to become." She played. Everyone in Paisley Park was crying. The piece began with a single note, high, delicate, a baby's first cry. Then it built. Layers, complexity, growth, the melody transforming as it moved through time, childhood, adolescence, discovery. By minute 6, it was a storm. Fast, chaotic, beautiful, the sound of someone becoming themselves, fighting, struggling, refusing to break. By minute 10, it resolved. Not into silence, into peace. The storm hadn't disappeared. It had been understood, integrated, made into something new. The final 2 minutes were a lullaby, the same melody as the opening, but mature now, complete, like a mother singing to her child, like a daughter honoring her name. When she finished, the silence lasted 15 seconds. Nobody wanted to break it. This moment felt too big for applause, too sacred for noise. Then one person stood, then another, then all 4,000. The standing ovation lasted 7 minutes, some crying, some laughing, all transformed. Mattie stayed at the piano, head bowed, not performing any more, just present. After the performance, Keisha, now 44, was interviewed by Rolling Stone. "What did Prince's letter to Mattie say?" Keisha smiled. "I can't tell you. Mattie won't let me, but I can tell you what it did. It made her believe that strangers can love you, that kindness isn't transactional, that music is a promise you make to people you'll never meet. Do you think she'll ever share it? Maybe, when she's ready, but I hope she doesn't. Some things are too sacred to be content." The interviewer leaned forward. "Can you tell us anything about it? Any detail?" Keisha thought for a long moment. "I can tell you this. When Mattie opened it on her 18th birthday, the first thing she did was call me. She was crying so hard she couldn't speak for 5 minutes. Finally she said, 'Mom, he saw me. Before I could even see, he saw me.' That's all she'd say. But I understood, because Prince did that. He saw people, really saw them. Not what they could do for him, not what they represented, just who they were, who they could become. He saw a 10-minute-old baby, and he saw a musician, a teacher, a person who would carry his mother's name into the future. What would you say to Prince if you could?" Keisha's eyes filled. "Thank you for stopping. Thank you for listening. Thank you for remembering your mother by loving my daughter. That's the kind of immortality that matters." She paused. "You know what the hardest part is? Mattie will never know him. She'll never hear his voice except on recordings. She'll never see him smile, but she carries him with her every day, in her name, in her music, in the way she believes people can be good for no reason at all. That's what he gave her. Not money, faith. Faith that the world has people in it who will catch you when you fall, even if they've never met you, even if they never will." The interviewer. "And the letter? The one he left for Mattie on her 18th birthday?" Keisha looked toward the stage, where Mattie was talking to other musicians. "All I know is this. After she read it, she cried for an hour. Then she sat at the piano and wrote, 'For Mattie, both of us,' in one sitting. 12 minutes, no edits. Like it came from somewhere else. Maybe it did. Maybe Prince is still teaching her, even now."